I had done this earlier, but I was in a slowdown. And I guess I didn't turn my mic on. But anyway, I was listening to the radio, and they were talking about RFK Jr., and they were talking about how he was anti-something that I won't say on here, but, you know, and they were talking about how the former president, number 45, was talking about some of this stuff too now. And, you know, number 45, who actually was 46, that's by all polls and everything that says he's going to be 47, unless they, you know, try to take him out because they're scared of him. But anyway, that's a different thing. But it makes sense. I mean, I know people that I loved and love, and people that have had issues since they're kids. And it kind of made me think of an analogy. If I went and bought a sports car, like a Corvette or, I don't know, Lamborghini or something. I always like to use Lamborghini or Ferrari. If I went and got something like that, and then like a week or so later, I went and just poured something in the gas tank, didn't really know what it is, but everybody says, hey, put this in your gas tank, and I did. If I started having issues later, do you think I would maybe wonder if maybe that could have done it? You know, there's like no questions about that. I mean, I don't see that as far as these young kids. It started sometime in the last, you know, the previous century, in the 1900s, we had a push on getting away from natural medicines into what pharmaceuticals give us. And boy, you wasn't allowed to question anything, and everything that was natural was belittled as, oh, that's just superstition, or that's, you know, but it worked for like, you know, 5,000 years before then. But okay, now these wizards of smart came in with all their petroleum-based medicines, and they wanted to make a bunch of money, so they had some crisis with polio or something, and hey, this seems like this solution works. We got a great big hammer now, let's just hit everything like a nail. Well, you know, you look at all the ADHD and all these other things that have come in on kids, and what's the common factor? They're all shot with something when they're young, and some of them are shot more and more now. I mean, I think when I was young, I think I got shot 4 times over some stuff, and I wonder if that might have made me have my, what they call ADHD and all this other stuff. I don't know. I was just hyper anyway, but maybe it could have had something to do with it. No, I have worked with FBI agents and different things in the past, I don't know, the last decade or so, and I have become more analytical, and things that I used to not think about when I had some of the people that I cared about and known, from grandkids to kids and aunts and uncles and different people that have had issues. I look at things like that now because that's a common denominator, and the people that are in charge, that have all the money, that make all the money, they don't want you asking those questions because that interferes with their money-making schemes. So they're counting on us not saying anything about it or shutting people down that do say anything about it. So this may not even be up very long, but I'm asking you to share this. You know, subscribe to the channel, share. Try to get the algorithms out. We need to all get together and talk about these things. You know, what's wrong with talking? Everybody's scared. It seems like they're scared of us talking about it, just like they're scared of certain people running for public office. You know, RFK Jr., I have some issues with him about gun control and different things, but otherwise, he seems like he's right on this subject. And he was right on, too, about his uncle and what happened to him, JFK. And that's been one of those conspiracy theories forever that's now been, you know, debunked. That's funny how so many conspiracy theories, because that's the term that they give stuff like that to make everybody seem crazy if they say anything about certain things. Seems like there's been a lot of them debunked in the last, I don't know, 10, 20 years. You know, look at everything. I mean, climate change. And I've got something coming up on that, because it's all a big way to raid our treasury without it being so blatantly fraudulent, but it is. So many things raid our treasury under pretense of helping mankind, and it's all arbitrary whose opinion. But it's funny how all the people that are giving their opinions and supporting it are all getting paid for some reason. But anyway, and that's the same thing with the pharmaceutical industry and all the doctors and everything else. So anyway, off my soapbox.